next guest is a very talented actress who's currently starring on Broadway in Just in Time, which is playing at the Circle in the Square Theater. She also stars as Dr. Trinity Santos on The Pit, which is streaming on HBO Max. Let's take a look.
I'm genuinely sorry. And I can promise you, I have faced my fair share of punishment for what I did.
You stole drugs from the hospital. Only 3 people here actually know that. Have you told anyone else what you did? Have you?
Look, I'm just trying to get through my first day back.
You shouldn't even be here. I should have reported you to the state medical board. You should have lost your license and gone to prison.
You don't know what I've been through.
What you've been through?
My wife threatened to divorce me, okay? I almost lost my kids.
Yeah, that's what happens when you up.
Please welcome to the show, Issa Briones, everybody! Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm
I'm so happy to have you here.
You really see a real side of me in that clip.
We do see a real side of you.
Yeah.
And we also see you, your co-star there, Patrick Ball, is also on Broadway right
Also
now.
Broadway
And Becky
Ball.
Shaw, which is very exciting.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's
It's
so
very,
good.
you have done Broadway before. How is it returning to Broadway to do a show in the middle of seasons of The Pit?
It's really fun. I'm so happy to be back. Theater is home to me. I'm a theater girl first, but it's definitely a little different now. People kind of know who I am now, which is a little different. So yeah, it's really cool to be like, oh, people are coming to see me.
It's also must be...
Hope you like it.
You know, I'm happy for you. One, you're coming home, you know, to musical theater, which you love, but also it's like a joyful show.
Yeah.
And The Pit is a great show, but it is not a joyful show.
Yeah.
So are you allowing yourself to let the light in when you do a show that is a little bit happier?
No, I think I kind of needed this. I
Yeah.
think and it's also the way that the Pit is structured too. Is you have these really sad, horrible things, and then you have like a suddenly funny moment. It's like
Yeah.
it's the gallows humor of a medical show of actual medical professionals, and so for me, I think I was like, I want to wear a pretty dress and sing a song.
And you do, and it's wonderful. You mentioned people know you now, they're coming to see you. Now, the one downside of that is they are also hyper familiar with your character, Dr. Santos.
Yeah.
And in specific, one thing that you are behind on your charting.
Yes.
And this has had a
You
negative...
really can't let that go, can you?
Yeah. And it's actually had a negative side effect that you've had to address.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. No, but it's just people like to kind of become a part of the show, I guess.
This
and-
is the Broadway show.
Yes, the
where
Broadway
it should be
show.
clear, you're not playing Dr. Santos.
No, I'm in a gold dress. It's very different. No, but people have been kind of talking to me during the show, yelling some things about The Pit, asking if I'm gonna finish my charting, which, hey, love that you're having your little moment. But it is also like,
Yeah.
we're doing.
You're being very
Show up here.
political about your answer. Can I just say to those people, shut the up. Don't ruin the show. Shut the
But like, it's like, I so get it. I so get why, like, that's
right.
the one
It all
thing that
comes
you
from a
have
good place.
connected to
Yeah.
me, and you enjoy the work, but
Yeah, but if the one thing they connected, with you on was that they went to high school with you, and it wouldn't be okay if they were like, "Hey, remember me?" You're not supposed to talk during the show. Hey, so the season 2 finale, Dr. Santos does karaoke.
yes.
And you obviously you're an incredible singer, but Dr. Santos, there's no reason to think that she would have that skill. How do you, as a great singer, sing the way that you sang in that?
How I had to get into character for that was I had to think about 5 shots in Issa.
Okay.
Like,
Are you
that's-
saying 5 shots in, Issa is not a good singer anymore?
I'm screaming at that point.
Got it.
Like, are you not? Like,
I'm not when I'm sober, so I don't, the bottom doesn't fall out. I'm a bad singer, but I start there.
But hey, you just gotta scream at a certain point.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's also she's Filipino. Let's be real. She would sing. She'd
would
be
sing.
able to sing.
Got it.
If she's a Filipino doctor, she sings, she dances.
That's true. I don't know why I'm
that's just how
judging her.
it
I'm
works.
not. You had an actual, obviously this is a show about medical emergencies.
Mm-hmm.
You were on set. in your medical emergency set, and you had a real one while you were filming?
A little bit.
So what? Talk us through it. This is shocking to me.
So we were, we're in the background a lot of the time because it makes it feel alive in the show. And I was doing background work, and I'm walking through this scene, and throughout the day I started to have like this stomach ache. And I was like, oh God, like must have been the burger bar. Like, ooh, like I'm real gassy right now. And I told Sean Hattasey, who you've had on the show, and because he was directing, and he was like, sucks, and then moved on. And then the next day I was in the hospital because I was having appendicitis pain.
Really?
And yeah, and so that night, my partner, he like took me to the ER, which is actually where we shoot our ambulance bay footage.
Okay.
And so they kind of were familiar with my work. And when I got into triage, the nurse is like taking my vitals, all this stuff. And there's a doctor in the corner just kind of sitting there, like silently typing. And then finally it's his time to talk, and he's like, the pit, right? I was like, yeah. And I recognized him too because I'd taken pictures with him when we toured the hospital.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I feel I'm in great hands. But yeah, and then the nurse was like, oh my God, you're on the pit. Oh my God, okay, we're gonna scrub your name from the record. No one's gonna know you're here. It was like I was Beyonce having a baby.
Yeah.
Like, I was de bella de ball. Like really, it was.
Oh, so that's good to know that if you're on a medical drama and things go sideways, they
Hey,
treat you better.
you are covered.
That's unbelievable.
But yeah, thank you. Shout out to St. Joseph's Medical. They were awesome.
That's
But
really
yeah,
cool.
and then I like took my little break off, and then everyone came to me and they were like, we're so sorry that we were just like, sorry you have a stomach ache. I was like, I'm in a room full of doctors and nobody clocked this.
And they're like, we're not real
They're
ones. This is very cool. You come from a family of musical theater people, and you actually did a show with, this is your actual
That's my
father.
papa.
That is unbelievable. You
Yeah.
guys got to do Hadestown together.
Yeah.
And what's it like being on stage with your dad?
It's incredible.
Yeah.
He's just, I mean, I grew up as a tour baby. He was doing Miss Saigon for most of my life when I was growing up, and before we settled in LA, I just was on tour, and I would watch him be this like larger than life, amazing actor, and to then suddenly be like, oh, I'm up here with you. That's kind of awesome. And also get to see him like create a character and not just see the finished product was so awesome. And yeah, and also it was fun to see like him kind of mess up sometimes.
Yeah,
It's fun, too.
It's always nice
It's like
to see a
it's
dad.
also like seeing like Noah mess up. It's like when he messes up like medical terms, it's like seeing your like teacher on the weekend. You're like, what are you doing here? Are you like a real person? What the hell? Seeing my dad
I don't
mess
want to hear
up, I'm
Noah
like,
Wiley's a real person either, so you
yeah.
stop right there.
No.
Hey, thanks so much for being here. Congrats on both shows.
Thank you.
Lisa Brianna, everybody, just in time playing at the Circle U Square Theater. The Pit is streaming on HBO Max. We'll be right back.